Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to make a rotisserie pork. I have a pork roast that I have been marinating all day. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the rotisserie. And my rotisserie tends to take an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on the size of the roast. So I got the marinade out so that you can see what I marinated the pork in. And like I said, that was in there for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours. I would prefer to do it for a whole day, but it was just a time frame I had. So it's been marinating, and now I'm going to put, we like these Kinder's seasonings. This one is one of my favorites, Buttery Steakhouse. Oh, I love this stuff. It does have a buttery taste to it. It's really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some seasoning on here too. Okay, it's nice and seasoned, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it over there on my rotisserie. Okay, so I've got it set at the almost high setting, and I set it for an hour. I'm gonna come back and check it after an hour and see if the temperature's right. I have a meat probe that I plan on putting into it, and I'll check and see where the temperature is at to see if it needs to cook longer or if it's done. So we'll be back. All right, the rotisserie's been going for about half an hour. Can see how it's looking good. We're gonna let that go for about another half hour, and right now I'm gonna go ahead and get the potatoes going. So now I'm gonna go ahead and slice them. Just gonna slice them all, these little baby potatoes, little red potatoes. Get them all sliced. And then I've got some yummy seasonings I'm gonna put on these. I did potatoes kind of like this last week, and I was surprised by how obsessed I was with them. I could have just gone nuts and eaten a ton of them, but so yeah, hopefully these turn out as well as they did last week, because they were really, really good. I've been finding these jars of seasoning lately, and I absolutely love them. This one is a Mediterranean marinade and dip. I used one kind of equivalent to this with the last time I made potatoes. So it's got a bunch of seasoning in the bottom. So you just have to shake it all up. And so I'm going to shake them in this container so they get all nice and coated. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on and shake these up. God, it doesn't get all over my outfit. Okay, so I have my potatoes all seasoned up. I'm gonna dump those into this baking dish. Spread them out, and then I'm gonna put a little bit more seasoning on them. I want these to have lots of flavor. Okay, this is my Kinder's Buttery Seasoning Steakhouse one again. Get some of that on there. A little bit of salt. I think I'm going to put a little Parmesan. I love Parmesan. Why not, right? A little Parmesan. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these into the oven at 370 for about half an hour, and then they should come out nice and soft. I've tested my pork, and it's 145, so I'm going to take it out and let it rest on the counter. This because it just comes out easily. I had an old one that was not fun to get out. This one's nice and easy. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit there and rest for about 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna check my potatoes here. Looks like the potatoes went off, so I'm gonna check on those. I've decided to put a little bit of breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs on top of these potatoes just to give them just a little bit of crunch. Not a lot, but I love crunch on stuff. Pork roast is ready. We let it rest for 15 minutes. And when you do that, it allows the juices to sit in it so they don't all dribble out when you're slicing. As you can see, it is still super juicy. Here's my pork, some of my crusted potatoes. A little side salad. And there it is. So tender, I'm cutting it with a butter knife. Mmm. So juicy, look at this. Look how juicy that is. Amazing. Normally I dip in sauces. You don't need to do that. This is amazing. Striped potato. Mmm. Last minute addition of the panko. Definitely a good choice. Add some good crunch. Good seasoning on them. Buttery. Mmm. Very good. Simple meal. Potatoes went in the oven. This one in the rotisserie. Took care of itself. Just marinate and throw it in. Definitely try this one out. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, as always. Like, follow, share. Thanks for your time. Mm. Mm, mm, mm.